Alright, in this video I wanted to do a quick introduction to Pythagorean Theorem. With that being said, let's get started. Alright, when you see a Pythagorean Theorem problem, it comes in the form of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. It deals with right triangles. When we have a right triangle, the two legs are a and b, so b, and the hypotenuse, which is the long part, the diagonal part, is c. So you may be given both legs equal a certain number, and you're trying to figure out what the hypotenuse is. So you just have to plug in the a and b with those two numbers. So whenever you have a Pythagorean theorem problem, you're probably going to end up having to figure out which part of the right triangle something is, like what is A, what is B, or what is C. So with that being said, let's do this. Alright, we have a right triangle. The legs of this right triangle are 3 and 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug this, since remember this is A and this is B and this is C, we just plug in these numbers with A squared and B squared. So we get 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. Now, in order to figure out what c is, we have to simplify what's to the left. 3 squared plus 3 squared is 9, plus 4 squared is 16, equals c squared. Simplify 9 plus 16 is 25. 25 equals c squared. Remember, we can never have a variable with a square, so we have to take the square root of everything. And c equals 5. So basically, it's just like another way of saying 5 squared is 25. 3 squared plus 4 squared is 25. That's all you're trying to figure out. Let's do another one. Let's say that we have a triangle, a right triangle where let's just say that we have a right triangle. There's our right triangle, and let's say that B is 9 and the hypotenuse is 15. Alright, unlike what we just did, we're missing a leg. We don't know what A is, so we're just going to leave that as A because we don't know what it is. So we write it the same way that we would anything else. We would write A squared plus 9 squared equals 15 squared. Alright. So we simplify what's on the left to us first, and what's on to the right to the equal sign, because we need to figure out what A is. A squared plus 9 squared is 81, and 15 squared is 225. We subtract 81 from both sides, and we get A squared equals 144. I'm sorry if you can't see it. A squared equals 144. Now we take the square root of A squared and 144, because remember, we can never have a variable squared. And we get 140, then the square root of 144 is 12. So our answer to figuring out what A is, A equals 12. Let's see if we can do one more. Yeah, let's do one more just to make sure that you guys have a pretty good understanding about what I'm trying to do here. Let's say that we're going to have every Pythagorean theorem deals with a right triangle. So we're going to draw a right triangle. And you don't have to draw a right triangle. I just advise that you do. Just to, I don't know, give you an image of what you're trying to do. And let's say that A is 11. We don't know what B is. and C is 18. Alright, so like we did before, we just plug in everything. 11 squared plus B squared equals 18 squared. Alright. 11 squared is 121. Don't forget that B squared. And 18 squared is 324. We subtract. We want to get B squared by itself, so we subtract 121 from both sides. So we get B squared equals 203, and that's not going to come out as a perfect square. So I'm just going to say that B equals the square root of 203. Alright, and the reason why is because there's not it's not an even number at the end. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. This is the basic exam stuff on the Pythagorean Theorem. If you have any further questions, comments, or anything of that nature, you know where to tell me. Just leave it in the comment section or send me a message. I hope you guys have a great day. More videos coming soon.